Alright, we got another game for you today, and I'm really looking forward to casting this one. We have put it at exactly 0-0 because this is the TC Droppy Extra Sloppy Tuna Toppy. Why is it called this? Because we can only collect fish in this strategy. What? That's really dumb. That's super stupid. That's exactly why this is a Grath Wrang bounty. And I just want to show that we're not collecting any of the sheep, none of the cow, nor any of the boars for this strategy. We are immediately running forward. And this challenge is right up my alley. It is abnormality. It's a challenge. And we have to follow the rules that Grath Wrang has set, which is no collecting of food other than fish. Now, this was not technically on his stream, but I theory crafted this strategy and actually made it work at 16. Well, my opponent is technically 15.99 ELO, but even so, I think this strategy has a decent percent chance of winning. I didn't actually get the $20 bounty, nor did I actually care about the money. It was just funny and interesting for me to try and win collecting only fish. Thus, I came up with the sloppy toppy, tuna sloppy toppy to be exact. And Lithuanians seemed like the obvious pick because Lithuanians start with additional food in the bank, thus allowing me to send all of the villagers onto food and not build up a vill deficit. You can see that both of our villager numbers are equal at this point. But Lithuanians have a second trick up their sleeve in order to make this strategy work. Also, I realized that the sheep actually could serve a purpose by means of scouting. We're just scouting in a herd of... It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Where was I? Oh yeah. Lithuanians, second reason to pick them, but I'm not going to go in that yet. I want to say that I casted this game like 5 to 6, maybe even 7 or 8 times at this point because I kept getting interrupted by both my kids and I just embraced it and had fun with it. But it was like a 20-minute cast and I figured, yeah, maybe I should do this strategy justice, do Grath Wrang justice, give him a proper shout out, and thank him for proposing these challenges to the community. And you can have the best strategy, but if you can't perform it live on Grath Wrang's stream, it means absolutely nothing. So I highly recommend that you go check it out and see some people fail miserably doing what I just did in this challenge. I tried this one twice. This is my first time trying it and it was successful. The second time it was unsuccessful. I was up against Mongols. It turned into a huge Vill fight, and the reason that it didn't work out was because we didn't have a favorable mill position. You definitely want a mill that is near a whole bunch of fish. We were relatively lucky here with having the 4 fish, and this would have been potentially an even better spot, or maybe down here, then we could get these 4 fish and this 5th fish down below, but it totally depends on the map gen. If I scroll it back just a little, scroll back a little, just a little, you can see that the food is very, very limited on this map. I believe it's about 3,000 plus food because we've already collected a little bit. Maybe let's say 3,250. After that, no more food to be had. And we are so mad that we don't actually make a lumber camp just to prove that we haven't collected any stuff underneath here. These guys were all on straggler trees. There is no cheating going on. You can count the cows and the sheep and the yada 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 blah blah blah. You can also watch this one back yourself. This is 100% legitimate. Now we are trying to build up food and wood because we're going to be going for a TC droppy. And Lithuanians have the wonderful ability, and now you could argue, oh, well, it's not technically just collecting fish. You're collecting another food source, but we're not. It's getting gifted to us just like the start of the game. Food. And I would argue that since the beginning food that you get, the 100 extra food with the Lithuanians, is legitimate. Constructing another TC for the second bonus, which is getting 100 food on TC construction, should count for this challenge. I'm willing to leave that up for debate. In the comment section below, don't forget to like and subscribe. We only do clickbait. We have a 4.20 million subscriber goal by the end of the year, and we know that with your help, we can never reach that. And with that, we are dropping that TC, and 100 food will immediately be deposited in our sweet bank once we do. This is why I dubbed this strategy originally as the burger drop, because you get free food when you do it. But clearly, this is the fish burger drop, another name instead of the tuna sloppy toppy, if you think that's too implicit of other things. And now we're just trying to keep him off of wood to the best of our ability, not giving him a second's worth of rest. I think the barracks here is a huge mistake. He needs all wood that he possibly can to fight us off. He's not deciding to fight it, so then the best option would be to try and go for archers, but we're just so diggity damn fast that it doesn't even matter. Now he thinks, you know what, do I go back to TC here? Do I not? The houses, try and wall this out. Oh man, my TC is already down to 400. There's no way that this is going to stay up. I guess we're gonna just collect some food and run. And what did this individual get out of feudal age? Well, he got 4 villagers behind and a barracks that he's not using. At this point, I probably would have opted to frantically make militia. Our food collection, by the way, is very off. We are collecting from these far shorefish over here, but we're still producing a villager every here and there. And the villager count is looking... oh, he's 3 ahead, but we can reproduce, and he simply cannot. And it's getting closer and closer and closer. And at these points in time, I feel super duper comfortable because my villager micro is relatively good. We're going to try and bring this guy back. Nope. Yes, Poop Lord, I called it. You're a freaking whiz. When these sheep and cow have changed hands so many times, it's not even funny. As mentioned before, we did use those sheep to scout a little bit. Probably should have done that right in the beginning. That would have been one improvement I could have made on this strategy. And that's why I love doing these kind of zany, crazy strategies or challenges, is to see how a suboptimal strategy can be improved by means of critical problem solving and creative, I guess, problem solving abilities. Noms as well, they're constantly developing, and I think we have a new version of that as well, where we're going to chop the opponent. It's woods, it's wild, it's Woo, talking about wild. How close are we in overall vill count now? Yeah, it's basically over, right? Yep, we're good here. Try just a little, a little. He must know at this point, like, this game is over. No, it ain't over till it's over. But this game is clearly over. GG called. Capital G, capital G. Well, let's speculate which pro player this could be based on the capital lettering that they use. Now, we know that Mr. Yo has a 1% chance of using a capital G, so it could be Mr. Yo. Then again, it is much more likely that it is Larry, because Larry actually has a 69% chance, nice, to go for the capital. I have to poke a little bit fun at the top creators in the game. Let's take a quick look at the statistics over here. I think the most interesting thing is not going to be the military, although we got a 1.2 KD. It's going to be the economy, and it's going to be the resources collected. So all resources, all fish, and a little bit of straggler trees is what we needed. We did not collect any resources for the first 1 minute and 55 seconds. I think another great contender for this could be Scandinavia, but then you would have to construct docks and maybe Persians. I don't know. It just seems super duper rough to me. So yeah, this is the fish burger drop or the tuna sloppy toppy, give a shout out to my man Grath Wrang. And with that, only memes, just be dreams. You don't need APMs. You don't need it. You don't need it. My opponent has much higher. He has 30 more APMs than I do. It doesn't matter. Just play your game, play your strategy, enjoy what you do, take it from the poo, keep on walking, keep enjoying Age of Empires. And as a bonus thing, I will upload another video of this exact game that got hijacked by my kids. And it's just good fun. It's just good fun. I hope you guys enjoy that one as well.